Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in the back now? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Alright guys, so we move on to the next fight, and I hope you guys have been enjoying these fights for section 19 and thinking about a lot of these. What would they, man, that'd be really cool to see, and that's what the fights are for. So we move on to the next one. We have Samus Aran versus the Predator. Yeah, we have Samus Aran versus the Predator. This one comes from Nbfre, my friend Danny. So let's kick it off, shall we? Samus Aran. What can I say about Samus? She's one of the top female characters in video games, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. She is one of the first women. She's one of the first ladies. In my opinion, if there was a Mount Rushmore for the the founding females of video games, Samus would be up there, along with Chun-Li and a couple others. But we all know Samus. She is the bounty hunter from the game Metroid, and Samus is a thrill. I'm not even gonna lie about that. Samus is a thrill to always be to see. She is always a character that you always root for. Now she wears that armored suit that just makes her look so cool. You wouldn't believe that's a woman in there until she removes her mask or removes the whole suit. And trust me guys, when I first beat the first Metroid game and saw it was a female, I was blown away. But we all know Samus. She's a bounty hunter. She was pretty much from a mining colony, and unfortunately her home world was her parents were killed, and just a lot of just a lot of bad things happened with Samus. But she became one of the best bounty hunters in the galaxy. Trust me, Samus will get her man if she need. You can trust Samus to find your man, to find her target, her bounty. And she's not only feared but respected in her world, and that's a lot. Now her suit is pretty much nearly invulnerable. It practically is invulnerable. She's got that cannon on her arm that just is deadly. She's able to morph her body into a ball, which is so cool. She's very intelligent too. She's very tactically sound. I think a lot of people forget that. She's very tactical sound, and she's a character that when you're going up against her, you better be on your A game, or she's gonna whip your ass. That's the best way to describe Samus. So we move on to her combatants, and the next is probably one of the most famous aliens in cinema, I guess, and the Predator, in a sense. Now, the race has a real name, and I have a hard time pronouncing it. I know it begins with a Y, but I have a hard time pronouncing it, so forgive me guys, but I do love the Predator. They're a race of hunters. They are pretty much the ultimate hunters, in a sense. We've seen that time and time again, that they learn very fast to adapt to their opponents, their quarry. They're skilled with all this technology that is highly advanced, stealth camo, lasers that can cut through practically anything, weaponry, we've seen predators take grenades to the face and get back up with no effort. We've seen them face various of our favorite heroes, and some walk away and some don't. But they are the ultimate hunter, and anybody who is on their list must be prepared to face an opponent, a hunter, let alone that is skilled, super strong, has the ability to see heat, and is just a total badass threat. That's the best way to, once again, the best way to describe this hunter. So, with that all being said, we've seen these creatures battle, and we've seen them just really, it sucks to be a human when you're going up against one of these things. Not only do they have projectile weapons, of course, they have various stabbing weapons, you know, that just you don't want to be shredded with. And they're just badass. The Predator is just a badass character. You would rather have it an ally than a foe, but you're practically going, your majority, about, I would say about maybe 80% is going to be a foe, unless you two share a common enemy. But let's move on to the debate, the battle breakdown. Oh man, seeing these two characters come together, this would be very interesting. It's a lot of things you plague on is like, can Samus's armor take direct hits from the Predator's various weapons? Or is Samus just too good for a Predator to take? Can a Predator take a full blast from her cannon? You know, how much will this come down to strength-wise, strategic skills, all these things? It very much will come down to a lot, because in my opinion, I'd say the Predator would be able to handle Samus some point, but I don't think on an even level, especially with Samus. Maybe if Samus is out of her armor, and even then that's still very highly just a walk in the park for the Predator. But it's still going to be a tough fight, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I still think Samus will come out the victor. And it would come down to maybe Samus actually having to kill this guy, kill this alien, because he's not going to stop. But that's just me. I choose Samus in this. I love the Predator, but I'm going with Samus. But I ask you guys, Samus Aran or the Predator? And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight from Nbfre, my friend Danny, or I call Dano, and show him some love and respect, because it was he who created this fight. This is a fight I would actually pay to see written down, pay to see. I would actually love to see this, because this would be really fun. But like I said, I gave my diagnosis. What's yours, guys? And other than that, this is Mumford & Kid once again coming to you from my fantasy fights. You guys stay tuned, keep it real as always. See you guys next time. And you know the slogan. Do I really have to say it, guys? Battle on, guys.